So, you've seen Honeybee's Honey Wreath quest for Beesmas 2025, and you wonder what the hell am I looking at? And that's really what I did the first time I saw it. And in this video, if you haven't been able to tell by the thumbnail or the title of the video, which you really should start doing, like, this is becoming a problem at the moment. Uh, well, it's just becoming a problem in general. If you haven't, then I will be walking through the best way to complete it. Now, as you can see, claiming that I actually know how to beat it and the best way to beat it, have only completed off the quest. That is for good reason, and that's just because I am lazy as hell and I love procrastinating. Like it's just a hobby for me. I don't understand it, but it's something we're gonna have to live with. And it's something I will get done eventually. And that actually leads on to my next point. My next point is that look at the Bee Bears catalogue. Can you see the timer? It says 87 days, 8 hours, 34 minutes, and counting. Now, what does that all mean? It all means that you don't need to complete these quests right now. You have over 3 months to do it. That's what 87 days roughly converts to. And if you started right at the beginning of Beesmas and bashed your whole way through it, then that's literally a week. And you can't expect to have done every single quest with perfect precision and no fails. When On makes these quests and makes Beesmas for as long as it actually is, he's not expecting anyone to get these quests done in the first day, apart from those who are really high end and really, flashy and, really good with all their boosts and their conversion links and their honey links and their boosting and their color hives and the really cool gifted mythic piece. But if you're in the mid game or the early game, or even if you're in late game, these quests are not intended for you to do in a day. You don't have to do them in a day. And really, if you look at it, it's stuff you do every day. Like honey conversion links. Now, I'm pretty sure the honeybee gives those. The carpenter bee definitely does. Collect 99,999 honey tokens. Think about it. Whenever you get a boost done, or whenever you crack a sprout, or whenever you expect a honey wreath, or whenever you do a honey storm, whenever you literally do anything, whenever you're like mining, and when not mining, whenever you're gathering pollen, they kind of just pop out the ground. For example, if I killed, I mean, like, even killing mobs, you get it from killing mobs. Like, seriously, it's just everyday stuff that if you collected all the quests in the beginning, and then you just went about your life and didn't actually do them, I guarantee you by the end of the I guarantee you by the end of the 3 months, you probably would have had 90% of those quests done. Just because it's stuff you do every day. Like, for example, yeah, I'm giving examples like bloom petals. You collect bloom petals anyway. If you did those, for example, I wasn't even concentrating on this quest. I'm not concentrating on anything to do with this quest. I'm doing other quests, like for example, Dapper Bee's quest, which is Dapper Bear's quest, which is where I got the 99 marigold bloom petals. The honey gifts is just like it happens naturally. The honey tokens from the sunflower field, I've been boosting a lot in the sunflower field just because loads of sprouts have been happening. That's the starting field for Tickbug most of the time, and also for some reason my field booster from the mountaintop field loves to give me boosts from Sunflower Field, which I find pretty weird. And also, it's not a terrible field to actually boost once you come down to it, because it gives like a billion honey per boost when you have like a 3x and nothing else really, which I thought was pretty cool. And when you get the fuzzy meat, and that's a whole different conversation, but it's stuff you do every day. So yeah, that's the first point that I wanted to make. And also my second one is you can't actually get this quest until you have completed Black Bear's Honey Wreath. Naturally, that is because whenever you complete this quest, an exclamation mark appears on Honeybee's quest giving tab thing that kind of just protrudes out from them. And the story behind it is Honeybee gets jealous of the honey wreath, because obviously the honeybee loves honey, I guess. And yeah, and when you complete the quest, well, actually, I won't spoil what happens when you complete the quest, because I actually know I completed the last Beesmas. But yeah, that's the story behind it. You can't actually claim the quest until you get the original quest done. So I recommend like blitzing out Black Bear's quest and then going straight for Honeybee, just because you get it done quick, and yeah, it could definitely save you a lot of time. So the third part to what I think you should do once you get this quest, if you really want to complete it that quickly, is invest in the honey mask. Now, this is like I'd say way more expensive than, well, not way more expensive, but it's a little more expensive than the other two masks, like the fire mask, for example. I've got it on here. If you look down at the screen, it definitely does more towards red hives, but what I'm really pointing my attention to is the passive, which is coin scatter. And if you look at it, it gives 25% more pollen. That is pollen in general, so you can take that to the, let's see, now you can take this to the hive hub, and it will give you 20% or 25% of more pollen. Now, obviously, the fire mask is more specialized, so if you're looking for maybe red pollen in a specific field, then yeah, you definitely use this because it gives you 1.5 times red pollen, which is basically close 50% red pollen, and then the blue mask is the same, but just for blue pollen. And its ability gives more in that sense, and also gives more defense because it's more of an offensive mask. But in terms of honey tokens, this mask is the best. We'll go ahead and equip it just because I like wearing the mask. I think it looks really cool and high end, and I feel really awesome whenever I wear a mask. But yeah, that's what you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to equip it because this ability coin scan. Whenever your bag gets full, it acts as an instant converter, which means that you can claim the honey tokens, which actually makes like loads of honey tokens, concerningly, like an alarming amount of honey tokens that almost makes you think you can't collect them in time. But yeah, that is something else. And also, something you are going to want to do is destroy sprouts as often as possible. That's because they give like a bajillion honey tokens, and then it prompts your bees to make more honey tokens just because them like gathering more pollen. And look at that, see? Honey token from the stump field. Honey token from the stump field. Like I said, it happens all the time. Like, literally, if I hadn't made this video and you guys went about your lives with this quest, worrying about it constantly but not actually doing anything about it, I guarantee you by the time you looked at it again, you'd get half of it done just because it's stuff you do every day. And that is really just the thing with most of the quests in the lower end, I guess, because I know some of them some of the more high end quests, like I know Bubble Beeman's quest, tell you to die to the ladybug 25 times, unless you're a beginner, like a dead beginner, and you have literally no bees. And I don't see anyone actually doing that on purpose. But some of the things like pop shrooms and gain pollen in certain areas, and get nectar, like this stuff that happens all the time, and it's stuff that you do naturally. Now, the next part in terms of gaining honey tokens is actually back over here, summon a honey storm. Now, they're literally part of the quest that says collect 9,999 tokens from the honey storms, and I find that really, really difficult. I'm gonna be honest, that's probably the hardest part of this quest because to collect 999 honey tokens in a hub field, I reckon that's pretty easy if you throw in an oil and then you start running around like crazy. The conversion links, that's really just a hive dependent thing. If you don't have any honey conversion links, then you can find this quest incredibly hard just because you literally cannot complete it. I only get honey links from this one single honeybee that's like zipping around right here. And I really should get more, but that's an issue for another time. I'm gonna be honest. And if anything, I'll just change my entire hive before honey day end. Before yeah, the honey days end, just so like I can get the quest done. But yeah, you want to do honey storms, and yeah, that's really it. It's really something that is less of a like skill issue and more of a playtime issue. Like if you want like really constantly playing, I wouldn't say like bash this game all day and all night like I do. Because I definitely do that, and it's definitely an issue, and I definitely should stop. But you don't have to play this game 24/7. You just do your normal stuff, do your thing, and go for your bug runs, and you just go about your day normally, unless it's literally something so specific like defeat 50 giant ants. Then in that case, start running through the ant challenge a few times because that'll definitely help. And I don't think it'll come naturally because you can't actually defeat ants unless you're in the ant challenge. So yeah, that is definitely something that you should be doing. Like don't take everything I'm saying to heart. Like, if you literally cannot be a quest without doing something specific, then do it. But if it's something like honey tokens, baby love tokens, bomb tokens, ability tokens, pollen from certain fields, then just let nature take its course, man. Like, don't pressure yourself too much into doing something specific because it really just stresses you out. And yeah, just do your bug runs. go about your day normally, and yeah, that you'll get the quest done. So I hope this video was a bit of a help and a bit of an eye opener to the fact that you don't need to get these quests done immediately, and they were never intended to be done immediately, and really that you should really relax and enjoy the game a little more because that's what I feel like people in Beat Some Simulator lack because of things like macros and things like global leaderboards and things like just the overall pressure of having to play 24/7 and the playtime meaning literally everything because if you play loads you get loads of benefits because of it and just the overall like idea of playing longer making you better. Definitely takes away from the fact of how fun this game can really be once you stop caring and, start just doing your daily stuff. Because things like bug runs, you can get crazy stuff from bug runs. Like I got a like literally I got a star egg from being a ladybug once. Like can you believe it? And also, if you didn't know, you can get gingerbread the highest chance from ladybugs. And it's just a thing. Like I didn't know that because I was at the beginning of Beesmas worrying about how I'm going to play all these quests, and just because I let nature take its course and I didn't overly focus on them, I found out so many things, and it was just stuff like, oh yeah, by the way, ladybugs drop things that you're really looking for, and if you do them consistently, because if you look down here, then you can see that the ladybug spawns every 5 minutes. So that's literally like it's not guaranteed spawn, you get a high chance of it spawning, and 5 minutes every day, so there's 12 hours. Let's do a bit of maths here. If at max, you are playing the game for a max of 5 or 6 hours just so you can maximize the amount of stuff you get from the gingerbread house. You play this game for 6 hours. Every 5 minutes, you get maybe a 50% chance of getting a gingerbread. So if you do the maths, that is 150 ladybug encounters. That's not including the werewolf or the other ladybugs. This is including this, just one of them. Now, let's say it's a 50% chance, or maybe even lower, probably, I don't know, that much of a chance to get a gingerbread out of the ladybird. Now, that is 115 counts first of all, and let's say it's 50% chance just for simplicity's sake, because I feel like it is that. That is 75 gingerbread in 5 hours. Now you see that just doing things that you usually do, or not that you usually do, but should probably get into habit of, like doing your bug runs is probably the best thing you can be doing if you have nothing else to do, which is what I try to do on the like in the background of these videos. But it's just like stuff like that that gets you really ahead, and it's really what separates the lower end players from the higher end players is just the amount of like stuff they're doing because they never stand still like this, and well maybe they don't, I'm not really sure, but I can almost take a very good guess that they don't just stand around and just wait for things to happen. They do things. They are never stood in one place. And unless I'm making a YouTube video like me and seeing as if you've watched this far, which can almost guarantee that no one has, and I'm talking to myself, that, yeah, you should subscribe because you seem to have watched this far. You seem to be pretty interested in what I do and what I say, which is pretty weird. Don't do that. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's not weird. I watch YouTube videos myself. I watch a lot of them in the background, and I do learn a thing or two. But yeah, if you haven't watched this far, then please consider subscribing and liking because they both help me out an absolute ton. And yeah, that's really going to be the end of the video. Now remember, from the beginning part of this video, you don't need to get all these Beesmas quests done in a single day. They are meant to be stretched across the whole of Beesmas, if not maybe just a few days longer than what you actually think. And yeah, don't stress, have fun, and happy honey making.